Hey everyone, so today I am doing a first impression on this Transformatte foundation by Natasha Denona, and I think this is one of the first foundations I'm actually trying by her. I've used like the kind of tinted moisturizer product from her, the glowy one, but I didn't try her last liquid foundation despite it being in my collection. I just never got around to trying it. But this one's new and it comes in so many shades. Here's like a little, you know, overview of fair, light, light medium, medium, dark and deep. So there's heaps and heaps of shades and it goes for $45. You get 28 ml, which is slightly less than normal. They come in neutral, yellow, red and warm undertones, and it says here that it is a medium to full coverage modern matte luxe liquid foundation that blurs pores, rejuvenates the skin, smooths texture, protects your skin from environmental damages and lasts all day. Does that mean it's got like SPF in it or something? It doesn't say that it's got SPF in it. I don't know. Skin loving botanical extracts work to optimize hydration and chase shine away. A unique flexible formula for a cushiony, soft, comfortable coverage, and anti-aging peptides and powerful antioxidants shield your skin from environmental damages and protect against the early protect against the early signs of aging. Comes in 35 shades and different undertones, expertly designed to celebrate individual skin tone. Talc free, paraben free, and cruelty free. So let's give it a go. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of matte foundations, but there are a few that I kind of like. And I mean, the NARS Natural Radiance foundation is my holy grail, and that's kind of matte as well. So on the inside, this is how it looks. It's got an insert, and I've got all of these shades. So they didn't send every single shade, which is fine, but I might swatch every single one that I have here on my face, just so you can see the colors in case you are interested. And hopefully one of them matches me today. I do have like some fake tan on, so I'm gonna need a fake tan shade. Oh my god, these are like packed in here tight. Ugh, I can't get it. Shit, man. Made in Italy. This is shade, oh, it says shake before use. 5N Fair Neutral. Giving it a good shake up. So here's the shade 5N. Oh, it's very runny. It's runnier than I thought it would be. I'm just going to spread it out a little bit because it's like literally dripping everywhere. The next one I have here is shade 10R Fair Red Undertone. Red undertone sounds very scary, but it's not very scary. It's just like a, you know, more pinky beige kind of undertone. Next up, I'm hoping this one will be a good match for me even if I don't have fake tan on. This is shade 20Y Light Yellow. Oh, it's very yellow. It might even be too yellow for me. I think I'd be more of a neutral undertone with like fake tan on even. Then we have, oh, this one sounds a bit better. 25NY Light, but it's a neutral yellow undertone. Let me know if you find swatches helpful with the foundation. I don't mind doing it with foundations like this with a pump because it means it's still like a sanitized product, so I can still donate it. The undertone's a little bit better. It's a little bit more neutral, like you can see, compared to the yellow one. That's probably like the best so far for me today. Then we also have 30W, which is light, medium, warm. So runny. I don't know why I thought it'd be thick. I think because it's like medium full coverage, I was like, okay, so it must be like thick. But no, it's not thick at all. That one is far too warm for me probably, but I feel like I could mix it potentially if I need to. But this one's probably better. This is another neutral yellow, 42NY medium. So this is probably going to be the goer for today mixed with the other neutral yellow one. This one up here, potentially. Oh, that looks quite dark. Like none of them are really looking that good for this fake tan I have, are they? Okay, the other ones are going to be all too dark, but I'll swatch them for you guys that have a deeper skin tone than me just so you can see kind of how they look. This is the shade 50WN medium, warm neutral. I'm putting it on my moustache, I don't know why. Beautiful. Then we have 70WN medium, warm neutral. So we're getting into the darker tones. Oh wait, no, this is still medium, just joking. That's how that one looks. Okay, now this is dark, sorry. So this is 85WN warm neutral. It's like squirting little bits of product on my face and not like actually. I think there's something wrong with this packaging. Okay, here we go. I just squeezed the bottle, like the actual tube. I squeezed this and it kind of forced it out. Then we have shade 90N, which is dark neutral. Looks like that. It's a nice rich shade. I feel like it's staining my finger. Concerning. Next we have a 92W Deep Warm. So this is the final one. So those are all of the shades I got sent. There are more shades than this. I don't think there's like a perfect match for me personally in this lot, which sucks, but we will do the best that we can. I think for today I'll probs use this one. And it's going to be a little bit too pale for me, but it'll be fine once I do bronzer and stuff anyway. So I'm just going to wipe this off and we'll start over. Okay, so as always, we're going to prime half of our face just to see if there's any difference with the application longevity. I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty today. I've been loving this. Just Smoothing that out with my hands. The other side is just like dry skin. So let's go in with the shade 25 NY Light Neutral Yellow. I'm going to just take like, I'm going to start on the unprimed side. I'm going to take one full pump, which looks like this. You can see it's so runny. It's not necessarily a bad thing at all. So let's see how it blends. I'm just going to take my sponge. It said it's the medium full coverage. Pretty so far. Like very poreless. Covers up the redness easily. Very easy to blend. Like because it's so thin, it's just like gliding over. It's so smooth. Obviously I need much more than just a single pump on my face. You know why? I am going to mix in a little bit of 42 NY, which is the darker one, because it's very pale compared to my body. So I'm just going to go ahead and do like a half pump of that, and a half pump of that, and I'm going to just kind of tap that around my face. Oh my god. Okay, so that's like, you know, 2 coats I guess on some areas, and that is full coverage. Hopefully you can see. It's beautiful. It looks absolutely airbrushed. Perfect skin. And it doesn't look heavy or feel heavy whatsoever. Look at that. It literally looks like I just put a filter on my face on Photoshop. I'm actually like shocked. I need to try that new Hourglass foundation next, I think. I think I'm gonna buy it when I'm overseas, if I can find it in person, just so I can like find my shade. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, except I'm gonna do a full pump of the light color and a full pump of the medium. And then I'm just gonna mix them together on my face and spread that out. So once again, this is the primed side like you guys saw. Can't believe how effortless this is. It's so easy to blend. It's like uber quick. It almost feels like the consistency of a cushion foundation, like very, very liquidy, very thin but good coverage. Okay, so this side's like drying down. It's definitely quite matte, but it's not flat cakey matte. Like it's a pretty matte. Coming from me, that's a lot, because most mattes I don't like. Once again, I usually like a glow. This is like a natural matte, so I don't mind it whatsoever. Like it's got that slight glow on my cheekbone, like the high points of my nose. This side's still drying down a little bit. It takes a minute or so just to like completely dry down, which is a good thing. So you've got like enough time to blend it, of course. I'm so excited to see how this goes throughout the day, because honestly I think that looks so beautiful. It looks actually very similar to the NARS Natural Radiance, except it's like even thinner, which I'm in love with the Natural Radiance, so that's saying a lot. It like glides on like that though. You know how the Natural Radiance is very like thin and just good coverage and like flawless looking, like poreless, and just hides everything bad on your skin. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you in the dark so we can see the texture close. It literally glides over every little pore. This is the prime side once again, and then this is the unprimed side. I feel like it looks even nicer on this side of my face. It looks so smooth. I'm gonna do my concealer and powder. I'll come right back and show you how it looks and do a flash test quickly, and we'll wear it throughout the rest of the day. Okay, so I just set my foundation with my Studio Fix powder. Under my eyes I used the Too Faced Sculpting Concealer in the shade Almond, and then I used a little bit of my Bare Minerals Well Rested just on top of that to set it. Literally my skin looks perfect, like porcelain perfect, and I used F4 powder. Like I really didn't have to use much powder. It just sets so quickly and easily, and like touching it, it's completely set. Like there's no stickiness, nothing like that, and it's not transferring onto my fingers. I'm so excited. It looks like a good color now that I've like set it to, pretty much. It literally like looks so perfect. You compare it to my skin on my chest, like there's a few imperfections and things, and then my face looks like photoshopped. It's nuts. Okay, let's do a quick flash test. It just washes me out a little bit, the flash, but it washes me out everywhere, so I don't think it's like flashback necessarily. It's just my flash is very strong. So yeah, it looks very flawless and very perfect on there as well, so I'm pretty happy. I'm going to continue wearing this all day and pop back in every few hours and just show you guys how it's looking. It's currently 10 AM, so we will see how it looks by like midnight or something like that. I'm very excited. So far I'm like real stoked, like real stoked. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey guys, so the lighting is a little bit nicer now, so you can actually see like the real texture of my skin. It's starting to crease the tiniest bit into this expression line right here, but other than that, like I'm actually so happy with how it looks. I just think it looks flawless. Like it's covered up all of my redness. I didn't use any extra concealer at all, and sometimes I do have to, and like once I put on all my highlighter and everything, I just feel like it looks so glowy and beautiful anyway. Like it's not one of those matte foundations that just always looks real dry and dull and dusty or anything like that. Like it still looks like nice skin, and it doesn't look parched or anything. And this is like without any setting spray, so imagine setting spray as well, like it would be magic. I hope it continues to work well throughout the day, and I hope it doesn't like sink into any more lines or anything. It hasn't sunk anywhere else else, like around my nose or anything, but I feel like it's starting to look a tiny bit melty. It's not too bad, but like I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Just in this lighting as well, like here's a super close up. Got a little bit of creasing around my eyes from where I'm like, it's my smile lines. I've got like the most smiley eyes ever. Like if I actually do a proper smile, I'm like, it's like crazy. So it's kind of like settling into some fine lines, so perhaps not for mature skin, however, like just the way it looks through this area right here is like so pretty. By the way, it is 1:30, so it's been on for what, like 3 hours, like just over 3 hours, so not too long yet. So yeah, I'll come back in a bit. I've also got a little bit of dry skin just here, so we'll see if it, you know, grabs onto any of it. Be back in a bit. Hey guys, so I'm back. It's now 6:30. So I just thought I'd show you how it's looking. I'll do another update tonight before I go to bed. I definitely feel like it's pretty oily, which is so random because I don't get oily. It almost looks like it's kind of separated on my chin-ish. You see that? Like the texture on my chin? I think it's actually, you know what it is? It's oil, which is real weird because I don't get oily. It's still, like, even though it's getting a bit oily, it still looks pretty amazing, like the coverage and just the finish of my skin. So I still don't hate it, but I'm a little bit confused because I don't know, I don't usually get oily. It is a hot day, so maybe it's a little bit of sweat, I don't know. I'm gonna use a little bit of my setting powder and I'm just going to touch up my powder. I didn't use much powder at all when I set it, like I said, because it just sets so beautifully, so easily because of the actual like finish of the foundation. It just dried by itself, so I didn't really need it to use a lot of powder, so that could have something to do with it. So I'm just using a small amount of powder just to soak up any excess. And the forehead's probably the worst part, like it's pretty shiny, so we'll just tap that over and that fixed it. It looks brand new again. I feel like it's faded ever so slightly just here, but it's really not that bad. I'm just gonna add a little extra powder and we'll see how this looks by the end of the day. It hasn't melted anymore around my nose. It kind of looks the same as last time. And the wrinkle hasn't gotten worse on my forehead at all. So you know what, like I still freaking love the way it looks. It looks so beautiful. And I asked Hamish what he thought of it. I know, random. Boyfriends don't usually know that much about, you know, foundation and stuff, but he did say that my skin looked real nice and smooth. So obviously like he could tell that the texture looked different. It's just, yeah, butter. Hey everyone, so the lighting might be a little bit funny because it's almost midnight, so it's been on for like, what's that, 13-14 hours or something like that. So I'm pretty happy with how it held out. I don't think it's super long wear. I feel like it looks real good for a few hours and then it starts getting a little bit oily, which is strange because once again I do not have oily skin whatsoever. It kind of did it on both sides. It wasn't just the primed or unprimed or anything like that. It still seems to like have separated a little bit over my dry areas, like where I got oily for some weird reason. Like even if I do get oily, I usually get oily in my like forehead and nose, not like here. It's so weird. I definitely think I'll continue to use this just because it looks so beautiful. Like it's so comfy on the face. It doesn't feel thick and heavy or anything like that. It feels so nice. I think it feels really hydrating considering it's like matte. Like it's kind of random. It literally does what it says, like pore vanishing. I think it really just makes everything look so smooth, but it still definitely like sinks into a little bit of, you know, expression lines. There's an extra one now out here and I feel like it started to sink into my pores on my forehead. Doesn't look bad like from far away, can you see? But like up super close you can definitely see it, and I don't have that problem with many foundations whatsoever. Like this is a first for me, but despite all that, like honestly I still think it looks really nice. It's just like real up close that it looks a bit dodgy, I think, because I don't know, like everywhere all over my face it's just like glowing and I love that. It's supposed to be matte, but on me it's not matte. And that's like both sides, not just the prime side or anything like that. I'm so confused. So it's $45. Is it worth the money? Honestly, I would pay $45 for this. Even though it's not super long wear, I really like the way it looks. I think it's beautiful in person. Like it just looks so smooth. This is like after a long amount of time, you know, like this is super long. I definitely think it's one of those products you might have to touch up. And if you have oily skin, I have no idea how it's going to go on you because obviously I've got normal to like dehydrated or dry skin sometimes, mostly normal. At the moment it's pretty normal. So yeah, like I don't know. It melted a little bit more around my nose, but not like crazy amounts. It didn't like crease hard out. It's creased a little bit through here, but like I said last time, the only creasing that got worse is up here, and that's where it kind of sunk into my pores, but it didn't sink into my pores around my nose. So that's really random because I didn't even know I had bad pores up here. Like I don't even think I do have bad pores up here. never noticed them before. This is the first time. Those are some things to keep in mind. If you guys have tried this foundation, please comment below and let me know what you guys thought of it, because if anyone's watching my review, they may want some more reviews to see if they should buy it or not, and not everyone will agree with me. Some of you might like it more than me, some of you may like it way less than me. Let me know what you think, and also if you haven't tried it before, let me know if you're thinking about it. Let me know if you think it looks really nice or you think it should be doing more for the money. I'm surprised it's only $45 considering it's Natasha Denona, because her brand's pretty expensive. I did think it was going to be more, don't get me wrong, $45 is still like expensive, but I thought it was going to be worse. I feel like that's pretty standard, you know? So there you go. That's my review. I am going to keep both of these two shades. I honestly think there must be a better shade in between these for me, but for now I'll just mix them together and I'll donate all the rest of those shades because obviously I'm not going to get any use out of those. Absolute dream to work with. It's so lightweight and easy to blend and just very, very user friendly. Just, you know, if you are looking to wear it for a 14-hour day, either expect to do some touch-ups or skip it. I think if you're just going for like, you know, a 6-hour day or something like that, or a special occasion or whatever, like, beautiful product. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up if you did find this video helpful. I would love to have you as part of the Shaaanxo clan. Don't forget to subscribe and notify if you do want to be notified when I upload videos 3 times a week, almost every single week. And if it's not 3, it's at least 2. And that's only when I'm busy. You know me. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.